Hello. Oh, sorry. I bumped that one. Hi. How are you? Guys, Paga, it is one. It's summertime. We changed over to summertime. So it is actually one. It's GMT +2 from tonight. Or this night. Last night. Sorry. I think it was at 2 a.m. We turned the time, or we switched it to become 3 a.m. instead. So it's summertime. So it is 1 o'clock, or it's actually 1:04. So I'm sorry for being late. And I haven't switched this on. Hooray! How are we doing, my friends? Can you hear me proper today? I'm gonna check so you can hear me alright. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. I'm gonna pop it up a little bit. Okay. So whatever Bumpus is saying, he forgot that we switched over. It is now summertime. It's why we could think that it's 12 a.m., but it's actually 1 p.m. right now. Thank you for a beautiful stream yesterday. I tried to fiddle with the lighting somewhat, especially trying to decrease the reflection in my glasses, which means now my monitor is very, very dark for me. So I'm just gonna check how it looks for you guys on stream. So just hang on a little bit. I don't know, can I see my own stream? Let's see. Just want to check how it looks. It looks fine. It's a little bit still of a reflection. I am sorry for that. I hope you can bear with me. I didn't realize how perfectly the lighting in the office was for streaming, because I never streamed before. So I just set it up in the office, and we have this very bright overhanging lights just, over the monitor, and that was perfect for streaming. I didn't know. Time zones. You and your best friend time zones, itchy. I know, but on the page in Extreme it said 2, and 2:30 when I checked it out. It was 10:30 for me. Really? We should have changed it. Let me check for you. It should have changed. No, it should have changed over. It says GMT +2. It's reading from. Oh, I will check it out after stream, so it's fine. But it should be right. Okay. So sorry. So yeah, I didn't know how perfect the setup was for streaming in the office. So as we learn, you know, that's just a friend's time to know. Yeah. So thank you so much for a beautiful stream yesterday. So Malaria, hi! It's beautiful to see you here as well. It was a while since I saw you last, was it not? It's beautiful seeing you here. Maybe you're a bit new as well. Welcome to this little corner. So I have behind me, I got this little one. And after stream yesterday, Bempe's father told me that these actually light up. So of course I thought, we gotta have them light up on stream. So I placed them on top here and I plugged them in. But because of the lighting, it didn't work. They did light up and it was beautiful, but it didn't catch on stream because of the lighting situation. But it is better today, I hope. We are learning as we go, right? So I hope that the sound is alright today at least, and the music. I'm gonna turn it down somewhat for me. I hope you can hear it alright. What? Yeah, okay. There are people home today, so there might be some noise in the background as we just live, right? It's Sunday. And he wants to be home and to take care of himself today. So if you hear a sound, maybe a dog or a cat or a person, some Swedish, maybe it's just added beautifulness to the stream, right? It's good on your end, beautiful. Okay, so about the reflection in the glasses, it will do for now. And I still can't work with a flame here for you guys. So I will do as I did yesterday, and I will probably work with a smoke instead. And then we are gonna head home on Tuesday, just a little short visit to have the fire going, so the house it needs the fire to be burning so that it keeps it intact, so to speak. And we need to do some washing up and so. And we're heading home on Tuesday. And because Bembus is working now weekends, or just this weekend, he's got a Tuesday off. So we're heading home, and so we're gonna try and find if we can fix this lighting situation and make it even better. But I think it's sufficient, you know, it's beautiful. But I would really enjoy being able to work with a flame, since that is my, you know, what my heart jumps for. Now you can knock on the door, tell them to shut the hell up. Well, I gotta knock on this door in this room first. Because we plugged the internet cable directly into the computer and the router is in the living room. There's also this little cable going through, so we can't quite shut the door, but I think it's fine. I think it's beautiful that we have the ability to be here. Look at this little corner. I love it. So, today I am thinking we're gonna work with some beautiful energy readings. Seems good. Maybe there's some healing. We'll see what happens. But I did see we had some people who are in queue. Yeah. Pegacribes, you joined the queue yesterday, so we can start with you if you feel like it. Hang on. I love this, that I can actually see, not only can I see who's in queue, but I can see who's in queue and also hear what Bembus has created with this system. I love it. What kind of lighting are you looking for? Well, like I said, in the office we have these overhanging bright lights just above the where the monitor is stationed in our office, and that happened to be just right, it seems like. So we're gonna try to hang something in the same manner, try to simulate the same experience, so to speak. I'm not sure how, but probably maybe if we had lights just stood on the floor behind the monitor and then hanging over and on top, maybe that could work. But I didn't know how perfect the office really was for streaming. Yeah, good job, Bumpers. Definitely. I love this system. Talking about systems though, I still have no contact with my twin. And I don't know why, I don't know what's going on. It's come through somewhat and said hello, switching over a little bit, but just small words here and there, so I know that it's still alive, but no further contact than that. So I feel a little bit, I don't know what's going on, but we have been told that I heard people who are working with spirituality and energy work, and especially with twin flames, and I'm thinking then also telepathic twins. I'm thinking it's the same, connection sort of with bonds that we have. And they are saying that, or I've interpreted it as that it is possible for the virus, for illnesses, and then this pandemic to travel between the two of us. So therefore, both of us are now keeping, our distance, and we are in solitude, so to speak. And he has now also stopped going to work. So we are following the rules that I know many of you are doing right now, to be home. So this is why we're here now. So as a telepath, I find it very, very important to be in solitude, or to distance myself from too many people. Here in Sweden, the regulations are not that harsh as of yet. We can still move around freely. Elderly should stay at home, and people who know that they have experienced symptoms should stay at home. But other than that, people are moving quite freely. We have regulations of how many people can be at an event at once. It's now illegal to be over 50 people attending, but we can still move rather freely. Bembus is still going to work, his father's still going to work, and so on. But as a telepath, I find it really important for me, in my heart. I find it important to stay at home. Hi love, please don't bite the flowers. It's not ours, love. Mickey is here now. You wanna say hello? Come, darling. You wanna say hello? Can you go up top? Oh, no, the camera is right here. It's a little bit a tricky setup, this. Mickey says hi. Anyway. So you want to still work with flame? What about a dimmer switch? It is possible. I work with this in the office. Since we can't have open flames in the office, I usually work with this. This is usually what you see me work with. But you see what happens when I place this in front of the camera? It goes flimsy, and that is my wand. Please don't hurt it. I love you, darling. I know you want attention. Can you just be here, please? I'm sorry, darling, you can't go outside. I know. So you can see what happens to it. And when I use an open flame or a candle flame, a lit candle, it makes it even more so. So in the office, you usually see me working with this one. But as you can see, also this is a little bit too bright. Ooh! Berlin. So we'll have to see what happens. It shines, yeah. It's illegal to be a 50 plus, stop you elderly person, or you're violating the law. Yeah, it's actually a little bit like that. It is illegal to be over 50 plus people attending an event. It's not illegal for elderly people to not go or to go outside, but it is recommended against it. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep this little boy in place and happy. He's not used to being indoors, and I'm not used to streaming with him. So I apologize. No, I know you were kidding. I just wanted to clarify how it is. That's how it is in Sweden right now. So I hope you're keeping safe out there. So, Peggy Grace, you are first for a reading today. And since you and I, we're scheduled to talk later this evening, I'm gonna do a general transference today, I feel. But we'll see what comes, okay? Please sit there. Yeah, please just be here, love. I know that you're upset. Yeah, but it's a beautiful thing that we can be here. The whole family. So, yeah, I'm gonna work with smoke because that is closest to working with the candle flame as I can get. And then I will start the reading and see where we're at, okay? I will till later, I could have some ideas. Yeah, I would love to, Ichi. The flame is the problem. No, the lights, putting something bright in front of this camera. Yesterday I couldn't use this tablecloth because it was too bright, and I thought it might be because of the texture, but then I tried to use a plain tablecloth that was beige, and the flimsiness got even worse. So it's the brightness in the room that is in conflict with light materials. But we fixed that issue, but now it is the brightness that is the issue. Because it's because it's centered here being brighter than the surrounding area, and I think that might be the problem. That might be the issue. But yeah, I would like that, Itchy. Are you okay, love? Yeah? Okay. Okay. So, Peggy Grace. It works. Sister works. Bye for now, love. Let's see. Oh no! I actually burnt the tablecloth there. Interesting. I wonder why that happened. It will be there forever now. As a memory of the flame. So maybe I could work with that stain actually. Oh, I'm very lucky that didn't catch on fire. I can work with that. So here you see what happens? So I'm just gonna use that smoke for Peggy Grace. Okay. Look at this. People who work with fire usually say that the more it smokes, the more smoke it gives, the angrier or sadder the spirit in the candle is with you and your interaction. I work with smoke though, so for me my feeling is quite the opposite. When I want to work with smoke and they provide as much smoke as possible, I find that to be beautiful. but we all experience it in different ways. And I can learn. I hope that I don't make anyone feel uncomfortable. Okay, there's actually a burn stain right here now. Alright. So they are telling you immediately, Bagger, to sit down. It's not anything new today. No, I'm already sitting down. It's not anything new today. You know what we always say. You know what we still want you to work on. And you know that we still want to support you in your way of coming out of this. Because it feels like you're still holding back, my friend. It feels like you're still waiting for that little key, that little thing to drop, for someone to say the right thing so that you can take the jump and not being afraid of it being a fool. I am connecting to your guides today, Becca Grace, and with tough love, my friends, they are getting a little bit annoyed. You're a bit confused about that last part of the key. Yeah, so what is going on is that you have all the tools within yourself and from others that you've been given in order to get this going, you know? And it feels like you're almost gathering too much tools and you're still looking to find that specific thing. You're looking for someone to say that specific thing, and that only, and only that, will have you come out of your shell and move forward, kick you in the butt to have this party started, right? That is the key I'm talking about. The problem with this is, what I see right now is that there are no such things. There are no such thing. You do not know yourself what it is you're looking for. So the thing is, you're looking for anything but what people are telling you, because you are still in this feeling, in this realm that I spoke with you about before later. What was that sentence that I spoke with you about before later? I love it. But that I spoke to you about before so many times. This, that you already know what you want to do, and we are getting a little bit frustrated. I'm talking to you guys now. You already have every tool that you need, but you're still lingering in this being codependent, and being codependent on readers and on other people to say that specific thing, but you don't know what that specific thing is. So even if someone were to tell you that and say that, give you that key, you already gotten so many of them and you are piling them up without noticing what you're doing. So it's tough love today, but we are getting frustrated with love because we feel you're still lingering on to, you're still holding on to being codependent. And I know that you work with your obsession of getting ratings a lot. And the thing is, there's so much more to a reading than for you than the actual feeling of getting a reading. It's so much more in it. It's so much more in depth, because this is your friends that you found. Helping energy readers on Twitch has become your way of keeping yourself both entertained but also feeling loved in a way. And I feel that is a knot within you that you don't agree with 100%. I can feel now this, not the anger, but the fire rising of, no, I have other things in my life. And so when that comes, that is what we want you, sorry, to work with. To work with that fire, like I told you so many times. And to have this happening then. Because you are just waiting now for nothing. Because you feel like this has become your life. This is your routine. And these are your friends, and people are appreciating you and showing appreciation and love in a way and for in this realm of spirituality that means so much to you. And that part is difficult for you to find somewhere place else. And so therefore you are hooked on that feeling of having that appreciation in this surrounding, in this. But Pega, I know that you're working with it. I know that you're acknowledging it, but you have to with tough love, my friend. I would want you to take a break completely from Twitch. Just try it out. Not because I don't want you here, but because I want you to be able to find yourself in you. I want you to be able to have an opportunity to see what is inside of you. Not what us, the others, see, what you see inside of you, your truth. Because you're not listening to us anymore. You're piling the keys on top of one another and just continue to be in this routine, in this circle. Do you mind if I share something about this? No, my friend, this is for you. Share as much as you want to. I would want you to take a break from Twitch. Just a short one. Because I want you to come back knowing the whole you being with. I want you to find the strength in your own bones. I want you to find the love within you and see what you shine upon others so that you can take part of it yourself. Because you do help us, you do a lot for us, and you mean so much to so many of us. But we don't want this for you, to be stuck in this routine. You know what we said before, Pega? You know what we said? You want to find love. You want not to be alone. And we've said to you that you will find love when you go into work, when you find your profession that you want to work with, and you know what it is. But you're still lingering on, trying to find or to have any message that is not what you already have. And you're just piling them on top of one another, looking for that very thing that no one will tell you because you know it's not the truth. With love, Paga, I want you to take a step back just for a couple of days. I want you to try for 2 days maybe to not be on Twitch and to then return. I want you to be able to find yourself so that we can share this with you. Because what you're doing right now, my friend, is not, and this is tough love, I'm sorry, but this is what has to be said. And I know many of us, we love you. All of us love you, Paga Grace. And we are frustrated because you can't love yourself. But we see that you do, but you can't acknowledge that you do, so you are still stuck. There's a lot of frustration from this because either of you or everyone else keeps telling me about the creativity I have inside me, all those gifts and whatever. It is as if it's something special, but then I keep trying and trying to connect and access this power and gifts, and I'm not able to do it. And it frustrates me, all those people, including you, keep telling me about what I can do, and then when I go meditate and try to do it myself with getting answers, and I keep getting small pieces. Why can't I get the answers in a deeper way myself that I would get from someone else? Because you're not allowing yourself to see yourself. I know that you're asking yourself, but you're always asking yourself after first consulting someone else. It's like you believe you somehow gotten into the routine of thinking that we have the answers. And so when you get another answer or another feeling, another experience, that would not be true because you believe in us so much. The thing is, we are simply people, and information reaches us in a way that we can understand. We are to be inspiration, as I said before, but no one can come with such a truth as you can for you. So when you sit down to meditate, it's not that you're getting small pieces of information. It's that you're getting small pieces of information from what you've heard from us, and in that realm of what we're telling you. And the rest of it you're not even looking at, because you want to be stuck in this, lingering on in this feeling, because it feels home, it feels safe, it feels you have family and friends who love you. But it's also an obsession. And so I can't say this enough, Peggy Christ. The reason why you feel you can't connect with yourself is because you are putting the connection to us first. Then to yourself. And you are getting information all the time. You are just ignoring it. I'm sorry to say. Your guides are talking to you always. And especially when you're out in nature, they're really trying to get to you. But it's like you created a stress from talking to us. It has become a cluster of stress in you to depend on other people and readers especially. And the love that you feel we give with each reading. We still love you. Even if you wouldn't come in on Twitch for a little while, we love you for taking care of yourself. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's true, my friend. We are not here to hold you in this cluster and try to, if we are friends and family, we'd love you for it. But friends and family want the best for their friends and family, for the dear ones. And the best for you is not to be stuck in this ever-ending cycle. Would I be able to share my thoughts on the occurrence? Similarity? Yeah, of course. It's open, my friend. Perspectives is the most beautiful thing. So yes, please. Grace, I agree with that. I normally go to get readings when I feel insecure and in panic about things, and that frustrates me. I want to hear them definitely. I keep asking for answers and answers to them, but the fact I can't see them at the moment makes me feel so frustrated and upset. I agree, Sarah, I've been trying to get out of this cycle, but it's been hard, yeah. So I want you to go on a detox, Peggy Grace. Because you know when you focus on something so deeply and so intensely that the pitch becomes very small. I feel this is what has happened. And because you are focused on this small piece of the whole picture, the only thing that is within the realm of this, which is what we have talked to you about spirituality in your own way and all that, and your abilities and whatnot and what you can do, you are stuck in searching for that also when you search yourself, because this is what you see at the moment. I want you to go on a detox, and I want you to use nature's help to come through it. I can be here for you if you'd like, but I will not go in with any reading. If you would like me to be there, that's my one, love. Please let it be. I'm sure he wants to work with you as well, boy, but not in that manner, okay? He's just so upset because he's indoors. This is like you, Packer Christ. The only thing this boy can see at the moment is any way to get Mom understand that he wants to be outside. I already know that. But he's got his family here. So what he's doing, he's not playing with his playmates. He's not playing with the other cats in the household, who is also looking to get Mom to understand that they want to go outside. They could be playing with one another, and instead they're sitting a few foot apart, or a few inches apart even, screaming their lungs out and saying, I've no one to play with, I need to go outside, because it's what they see, it's in this. This is an entire new area, it's an entire new building, it's an entire new experience. There's a dog in this household. They never met a dog before. Mickey's been here a little while before, but they're not used to dogs. They're not used to any of this environment, and they're not used to being indoors. But because they're used to do what they're used to do, and that is to have Mom and Dad understand they want to go outside, and so they can go outside. And so they only see this outside. It's the only thing it's the only way I can possibly exercise. It's the only way I can possibly do anything, because this is my outside. Instead of seeing, but loves, you're a few inches away from each other. Why can't you meet one another and find a way to deal with this? The both of you, two of you. We are looking to find a way to get them outside. But because the road is up so close, we want to be there with them. But they are used to always being able to go outside, so the perspective is like this instead of this. So it's the same in your case. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So what they need, to be honest, they do not need to go outside. They need to understand that they can't go outside maybe for a while, and within their perspective. So then when they do know they then can go outside, then they have even more experience than if they were only focused on, I want to go outside. Mom and Dad, I'm gonna scream until you let me out, and we let them out. Then they're in this bubble still. It's a new area, yeah, there's new ways to explore, yes, but the behavior of screaming until you get what you want is still the same. But if we shut the door and say, I'm sorry, right now you can't go outside, but you have a very big house, and you have all the toys, and you have one another, and I know that it's awful, but we're opening windows up so you can at least experience some fresh air. And I know you do not want to be indoors, but right now this is what we have to do. Then they can widen their perspective. So when they then go outside, they know even more about themselves. So see what I'm doing here? I see this within you, Pegasus. You see this. You want to scream, asking for advice, asking for readings, until someone gives you what you want, which is actually just to keep on screaming, to just keep on doing. If that were to be shut down, and you were not being able to, if you would not have the electricity to be able to be out on Twitch, you will have to find a way to get around it yourself. You will have to find a way which will then fit in your view. So when you come back, you have more experience and more reasoning within yourself and more acknowledgement of yourself that you can share with us. And so if you would like to go on this detox and still not be alone, because it is a detox, it's terrible, it's a terrible experience, we are here. But if you want to talk to me, I will not give you readings. I will not give you advice. I will simply be an individual that will listen to what you have to say. But I will not come with any energetic response. I will just listen to you and have you feel that you're not alone. But you need a detox. It's truly what I feel. And I'm sorry that I'm being harsh, but we all around you, we love you, and we are getting really frustrated with this situation for you. I'm gonna read chat now, I'm sorry. I can see myself not making this anymore and being confident enough with having the answers myself. I can see a bit of my potential, but the fact I'm not reaching to it. Sounds good, yeah. So Malaria, if you're still here, what was it that you wanted to say, my friend? What thoughts did you have? Because like I said, perspectives are a beautiful thing. The more perspective we can get, the less turbulence we have to feel with creating taboos, and the more transparent we can be, and the more happy I believe we can have a life, you know? It's how I feel. So if you're still here, Samulia, I'm gonna check if you are. I think you are. Yeah, I think you are, my friends. What was it that you were thinking? So when I call you tonight, Pega, after the stream, let's talk about this, because I'm not doing this to hurt you. I hope you know that. I truly, genuinely want to help you. The only person who can help you is yourself. But I want to be there with the bubbles to show the possibilities you have within yourself. You're not offending you totally understand, yeah. We want to help you get out of this. So I'm not gonna come with any advice. We can talk about it, and we can have an advice also given when we talk tonight. But after that, if you decide on going on this detox, and if you feel safe and comfortable with having me there or someone else, you can choose who you feel comfortable with and see if they want to do this with you. And if that would be me, I would be there for you to call, to talk to be active and be there, but just to listen. I will actively just listen. Maybe help you with calming down, maybe help you with getting the energy back up, but I will not give any advice during the detox time. Okay? Yeah. Oh, is he? Hi, my friend. Oh, Samalaria? Samalaria? Are you still here? Because I really want to hear your thoughts that you had. I'm sorry if you can hear my tummy rambling, by the way. We had a busy night with the loved ones being here, you know. It hurts. I mean, Packet Christ, we want to give you every reading we can ever give you. We want to give you exactly what you want. But what you need to give you what you need, or to help you see yourself find what you need in the long run, is a transparent way of showing love. And so the stress, the boys that are screaming to get outdoors, this creates stress for them. And so if we can relieve that stress by them finding other ways of revealing their anxiety and their need to move and hunt and play and experience, then that can really help them in the long run in every situation, because then they get the possibility and a way to meet themselves. Same with you. I'm not going to provide healing in that sense if it won't help you, if it's not for your well-being in the situation. In that case, the healing might be not to give you healing, not to provide healing. And that in itself is providing the transparent love and healing. If that makes any sense. That's something I really need, someone who can listen. Yeah. Yay, Chi! We spoke about this, Sarah, before, but I will say it again. It makes me upset the fact you and other readers get your own answers and use freely your gifts, and I feel stuck with doing that myself. Yeah, but Pagaquais, I'm not seeking advice from anyone else. I sometimes do, but I use it for perspectives. Why you can't see yourself is because of the perspective being so small for you right now. That's the only reason, my friend. Truly. And I would love to help you get out of it. I was able to submit my message in chat. I hope you was able to receive it in chat. In chat? In Discord or DM to me? Because I can't see it in the open chat. Let's see. Where did you post it, Samalaria, my friend? I can't see it. Where did you post it? Could you write it again? I'm gonna check Discord if this was where you posted it. Hang on. No, okay. Maybe you can try it again, Samalaria. Because I haven't received any private messages and I can't see it in chat. Can anyone else? Itchy, please, yes. Tell me what you think. So yeah, Pagagrace, the reason why you are feeling limited is because you are limiting yourself in finding this, or you are limited in how this has come to be in your perspective. It's always nice to have an ear to chew with, but when it comes to what you want from yourself, no person in the world can find your way but yourself. Beautiful, Itchy. I totally agree. We, as energy readers, I can't speak for everyone, of course, but how I experience it is working as a mirror. So I can never know anything that you don't know. And when you find the feelings and thoughts you have about me in our interaction, of course it can be about me also in the relationship between us, but often I hope to work in a way that you see in me what resonates within you. And I think that is very beautiful. But if you feel uncomfortable, of course, let me know. But truly, Pega, this is what I feel we need to do. And I feel we start this detox and we talk about it tonight. Okay? Seems good. But yes, Ichi is so true. Having a vent for emotional thoughts and concerns is always welcomed. Yeah. This is going to be a little bit of a trial for me as well. You know, a little bit of a challenge to just listen, because I always want to help. But every guide, both myself, my own and yours, and everything in between, everything is saying to me right now that what you need is to shut this whole thing out, or off even, and just listen. Because if you listen, you will understand. And if you listen, you will feel. And if you feel, you will and to go in a detox. And because no one should ever be alone, I will still be here, but just and only to listen, silently, or with small words of encouragement, but no advice. You said tonight, but the hour we talked about is in the afternoon. Okay, so this afternoon, but remember it's 1 hour, 1 hour ahead now than what we're used to. So it will be 3:30 for you, my friend. It's tonight for me. It's when Bempus comes home and everything happens. That's why I see it as being tonight. I'm sorry. Seems good. Can you hear the music all right? By the way, it's so beautiful, I find. Okay, perfect. When it comes to our path and our life's journey is our own, yes. And I know, Itchy, I think, you know what? The most important thing, or what I love to see about this, is that when we search for our path, you know, we say this, that we're looking for finding our path in life. We're already walking on it. We're already there, and it's always been. It's just about acknowledging it and see it from different perspectives to see how beautiful it truly is. But we're already there. Life is happening right now, and we walk the only path we can ever walk, which is our own. It's just putting perspective to it. And I love that. Foxy Nation. Oh, I love that word, that name. Sorry. Hi. How you doing? We can help you through decisions, but you're the deciding factor. Yeah. Yeah, Pega. Shoot. Might be the last question you get to ask for a while. You know, the person you should ask is yourself. But of course, my friend, I say this with love. I hope you know that. What's the question, my friend? I'm just gonna have a sip of water. Can I bring you out another situation I was planning to bring today on this conversation we're going to have after stream? Can I bring you another situation I was planning to bring today? Since you said about being the last question. It doesn't, yeah, of course. I meant that it was a bit of a joke, my friend. But of course, say whatever you feel. This is your time, Berger. Just consider to listen to what I say as well, okay? But I was joking, of course you can ask questions, my friend. But when we go on detox, there will be no answers to them from me. They will have to come from you. But yeah, go on, my friend, bring it up. What was it you wanted to talk about? Was it about the interaction between you and I? Or was it about your colleagues? Oh wow, that's where my message is not appearing on the stream itself, but in chat. I can't see it in chat either. I can see your other messages. Maybe it was too long. Could that be? Could you try to type it again? Because I can see that you're writing now. Hi, darling. Hi. I think the length might be too long. Try to have it a bit shorter, or to have it be 2 separate messages, maybe. Darling. I know that sometimes when I type to streamers and I type these really long messages, I'm just typing and then I post it, and then just a very short part of it shows up, or none of it because of the length. But we can type. It never says in chat, or at least not for me, in the box that we are typing in. It never says, you know, this you reached the limit of what's it called? well, you reached the limit of the length of the text. So what was it, my friend? You're looking for hearing another perspective, and maybe you helping me understand it a bit better. Yeah? Tell me. Tell me, my friend. Please don't hurt other things, love. Cold coffee. I'm waiting for you, my friend. I think I'm gonna bring up some beautiful healing in the meanwhile. Okay. Recently I told someone who I spoke online how I felt towards the fact this person quite ignored me because he would stop typing in the middle of a conversation and on the next saying hello like nothing happened, and I brought that out and this person got defensive, and I can't avoid thinking on my past because this has happened most of my friendships where I would be and feel ignored, and then when I was angry and told them how I felt. You know what, Peggy Grace? I know that recently you had this feeling about me also, which is understandable. I can tell you what happened. All these people would make me feel the one guilty, as if I did something wrong, and I would stay in those relationships. I think what happened for me, and I think it is because of, and this is tough love again, but if we see it from the perspective of you feeling that you perceive or you gain love and appreciation by asking questions, right? And by asking other people for advice and for comfort. You can be quite forthcoming in this, or you can be quite not blunt, but you can need attention. It can seem that you really need the attention because you feel you do, because you need the confirmation that the affection is still there, and that's very, very important for you, because for you it's so important not to feel like you're alone. And I can understand this. How I can see it be perceived for other people can be that maybe they feel you need more than what they feel they have the energy for at the moment. Not because of it being you, but because of everything else going on for them, and you deserving that space and effort to really sit down and think about it proper, what you've said. And I think maybe this is part of it, because I do feel it's so important for you to feel you're not alone, and so you're dependent on always getting the affirmation that people still care about you. And I think that might be overwhelming for some. But we can understand that you do it, but I'm just thinking the perspective of it, or seeing it from that perspective, that could be the case. Itchy, life is a mountain climb. Every step you take is your own. If you're wondering, what step to take next, we can try to help the decisions, and here you are for your thoughts and try to help you. Yeah, I love that. That was beautiful, truly. Hi, Fabian, good morning. Similaria. Pegasus has touched on what I'm about to explain, but what I'm feeling is you're basing your perception on others' abilities and capabilities versus learning and developing your own. These are a variety of different clear abilities and empathy. Yeah, there are a variety of different clear abilities and empathy, definitely. And I feel it has to do with what I spoke about yesterday, about how when we work with energy, it's so easy to feel we have to follow a certain path that someone else has found, but when in reality the most beautiful thing we can do is to come from our own heart. So work with what is closest to us, and information comes in a way that we can understand and interpret, and so we should also work with what we feel comfortable with. But I can resonate with this, like I said yesterday, when I didn't work as this being my profession, I would always work with the fire and with astral projections and with healing. But then when I went into it being my profession, I realized I could actually do this. I shoved that aside and thought, okay, I'm going to do this proper. I'm going to do this in the right way, which was then for me not to use these things. But then slowly by slowly, I started to realize that I would go back into this and I would miss it when I didn't have it, when I didn't use it. And so, yes, I think it's a very common thing that we do. We feel we have to find someone else in order to, someone else's path or what they have figured or experienced. We have to study in order to do right so that we don't hurt people in our practices. And I think that have us feel like we are not following what our heart is saying to us. And so therefore we're trying to follow instructional manuals and try to be right instead of being transparent and genuine in our intentions, as the podcast loves to say. And I agree with this. Why is it so hard to find friends who can actually listen and care about what I have to say? I think it has to do with what I said. I'm going to continue. This online person I would see him on streams, he wouldn't speak with me, and being days without saying anything. Then he would talk to me as if I was a substitute for and not having someone else at the moment. Oh, okay. Sorry, Z. Have a beautiful day. And hearing from him that he's been talking with other people, I didn't want someone who would be 100%, but someone who can actually listen and care what I have to say. Either this or other cases in the past, I always was the person who would give and give and give and give without receiving anything back. That's where the feeling alone and misunderstood comes mostly from. Yeah. Oh, King Coronavirus 2020. Hello human. Hello you too, my friends. How are you doing? Hi to you, beautiful individual behind the name. So, you want me to be transparent and honest, right, Becca Grace? And we're gonna talk about this afternoon. But you saying that you feel like the one who gives and gives and gives and gives, and I understand that. But I also have that feeling from the other perspective. Because of everything that we tell you and everything that we say, it feels like you're still looking for that particular thing we should say. And so it doesn't matter how many hours we spend listening and talking to you, it feels like you don't respect what we say because we don't say the right thing. And that is just, we love you, but I'm thinking that could be also how other people feel, maybe. And that has to do with, because it's so important for you to get that appreciation and confirmation that people are still there and care for you. But I feel you're saying that you feel that you give and give and give and give. And in my instance, I feel we and people around, we say a lot to you, and we do spend a lot of energy and time because we do love you and we want to listen to you. But it feels like sometimes you come back again and again and again with a very same question that we tried to explain before, and giving the same answer, and you then act the way that you have not heard the answer before, even though it's the same one we gave you before. So it feels like you give and give and give of yourself, but what you're looking for to get in return is something that you don't know exactly what it is. And I think that is why you feel people are offending you, because you feel they're not giving you what you're looking for, but you don't know yourself what it is that you are looking for. And I feel like it is a miscommunication and a misunderstanding that is happening. And because people have their own life just as you do. But for me, in my instance, because I know that you felt ignored by me as well, when you ask questions and when you ask for guidance, it is usually about things that we already discussed. It is usually about things that we tried so much to help you with. And so having that, getting back again and seeing that you're still lingering on to what we tried to help you get away from is actually hurting. It's hurtful for us. And not in a way that, you're not hurting us. It's not that. But it's hurtful to see that what we are doing doesn't seem to go all the way. And so that is the reason, and also something that I wanted to talk to you about this afternoon. And I'm saying this with love. It's basically, it's just an experience. It's how I experience it, and maybe that could be also for others. But I can see how this happens because you need to know that you're not alone. And so I want you to find a way. I want to help you finding a way to see that without having to have that constant affirmation in the way that you do today. Does that make any sense? Because I'm not out to hurt you. I'm simply trying to see it from another perspective and to say how I experience it, so we can meet it and meet in the middle. And maybe other people here can resonate with this too. I'm sure we can. That when we feel insecure in ourselves, we do have the tendency of being afraid of not being alone. Everyone, or most people I know, don't want to be alone, because we want to feel like we are supported. We want to feel that we are loved and appreciated for who we are. And when we can't see that in ourselves, we look for it in others, or we look for the affirmation that yes, what we do see in ourselves is true. It is actually there. And then it can be a bit of it can be that we get into this feeling of having to have that affirmation and putting that to someone, saying, please tell me again and again and again and again, because I don't believe it in myself. But in this instance, that have us feel, in a way that also, it's a bit sad, because then what the other person is actually saying, because the perspective is still here, like we spoke of there before, it can feel like also the other individual you feeling are leaving you out can actually feel left out as well. And I'm not saying that to offend you or to say that you're hurting me, because no, of course not. But I want you to find a way where you don't have to have the constant affirmation, and to just know that we are here no matter, and that it's okay. But I feel because of your insecurity in yourself, you will resonate with what would bring insecurity out for yourself from also others. Does that make any sense, Becca? And I feel with taking this on board, you needing readings is not the reason for you feeling frustrated. This is a symptom for the fear of feeling alone. It's a symptom from being afraid of being alone and not being alright, not being enough. And so I don't want you to go on a detox from having readings because of, shutting that part out of your life. I want to have you go on a detox from getting readings so that you can find a way in yourself, a security in a safe space where you do not have to feel alone, and where you can see within your perspective to also see yourself in new colors. Are you still here, Pega? Because I hope that you can see truly my intention with what I'm saying now. I know it can be a bit intense, but I just don't like feeling ignored. No, and I don't like feeling you ignoring what I'm saying and what I'm trying to do. And I know I can be intense in that, but I'm simply being honest. And like I said, it is a symptom. And it is a symptom of you being afraid of not being enough. And so I want you to find a way to find that space within yourself, so you don't have to feel ignored, but rather feel you being stable within yourself and have the strength within yourself, and to within your perspective of what is going on in the interactions, because there's so much that can be happening between two people, my friend. We have our own little world inside of our heads, and sometimes we are offending people without ever meaning to do so. And then we have to meet to talk about it. If we bug, of course we are. I agree, I've been dealing with this sadness and pain for so long about not being enough for others. Yeah. So when I say I want you to leave all of this behind, and I want you to be sat alone and not being on Twitch, and to keep you away from your friends and family that you found, that is not what I'm saying. I'm trying to say I want you to take a little vacation, to see what is inside with this, to meet this pain and sadness and grief, and find the beautiful room and space inside of you, so that you can come back to us with new experiences. But we're always here for you. But yes, we do offend people when we do not mean to, and sometimes we offend people because we feel offended. We're just human. As if I had to accomplish big things so people could appreciate me and look up for me. Yeah, I think that was one of the first things I ever spoke to you about, Pega, was how I felt you were being judged on what you do rather than who you are. And so you're being judged on, or you're being appreciated for what you do rather than who you are, and therefore you feel you have to help us out and to spread our word here and in the community to be loved. And you get that affirmation and confirmation because when people do talk about you on Twitch, we do talk about what we know about you, and that is you being here for us and being here on our channels. But you take that as you have to keep on being here and keep on doing what you do, doing the work for us. And you do not. We love you for who you are, but people in chat reacting when streamers say that you are wonderful, and people saying that you help them so much. For you register that for what you're doing rather than you just being you. People will appreciate you just as much if you were just sat in chat, or if you would just be. And it is part of you of wanting to help out, of course, and you love what you do. That's not what I'm trying to tell you that you shouldn't be doing. But I want you to find that space within yourself where you can love yourself. And we can't love ourselves full ever. I don't believe we can, because we do need that little something to want change so that we keep on going. But I want you to acknowledge the feelings behind it. And also now why you feel you can't work with energy is, of course, for the same reason. How can you be open to what they tell you if that would misclude you, would keep you separate from the people you love, or from the people you love what they've said and told you. And so you're not going to listen to it because you're afraid of being left out. It all comes back to that, I feel. Anna Riots, hi, welcome to the community. How are you, my friend? You tell me that people pleasing, that's another thing I'm tired of keep doing. Being too nice when deep down I don't mean it. Yeah. You spend so much time helping others when you need help yourself. Yeah. Oh, well, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. We're trying to stream from a home environment. I'm fine. Welcome to our little corner, Anna. Yeah. So does that feel okay for today? And we can continue it after stream and really talk about this. Because I do feel our ego is here for, sometimes it steps into, well, everything that ever happens to us, mind and body, all the bodies, the different bodies, are just a way to keep us. It's for us, for our well-being. And sometimes our ego intensifies and we feel offended, when that could also mean that we're afraid of offending others, and that could be what we are doing. And we just have to acknowledge that and then talk about it and go back within ourselves, because the only thing we can change is how we perceive ourselves, so that the mirroring effect will happen and we will see different things or new things also in others, because we see new things in ourselves. Being there for others, but when I need it, I don't feel I have anything to really be there for me. It does, Sarah. Thank you so much for the eye opener. Of course. So let's talk about this afternoon, and if you still feel comfortable with it, let's try this detox one step at a time, and we'll see what happens. Okay? I do feel I would like to work with you face to face as well, but that will have to come at a later stage. But I feel like we truly need to give a space to meet what is underneath, and that is the fear of being alone, and that comes from the fear of what is hiding inside of us and what we would be alone with. And that cluster is just as much a part of you as the rest of you. So I really want you to have a safe space where you can meet that, and in that opening up how you perceive yourself. Not to sound morbid and mood changing, what is it, Itchy? But at the end of our life, you're the only one that's gonna be in a coffin. Yeah. You know, I've written a lot, but I wrote a text, a little poem, and I know I've talked about this before, but I said that pure happiness is found when you one day are laying in the ground holding someone's hand, and then at the end of the lyric, or at the end of the poem, the text goes, is it necessary that that hand would belong to someone else? I quite like it. It's in Swedish. That was why I was very fast, very very roughly translating it on the spot. You need to be happy with yourself, yeah. But I like that. True happiness is when you one day can be lying there in the ground holding someone's hand in yours. But the question is it really necessary that that hand belongs to someone else than yourself? Because when it all comes down to it, it's just us who will always be there. Ourselves, right? So that is for now, Pega, and then we'll continue this afternoon and really talk about this openly and honestly. And like I said, it is true, when we feel offended, it might be we're actually offending someone. And then we have to see what is going on, we have to meet that, because we're all just human. Is it in 1 or 2 hours? It will be, for me, it's 2 now, and it will be 4:30, so it will be 2 hours, right? Yeah, 2 hours. And ungraduated gamer. Sorry, ungraduated gamer. Hi, talk like an angel. Thank you. How are you doing? Welcome to our little corner. It's beautiful seeing you here. 2 hours, yeah. Keep talking, I want to sleep. Better you tell some stories so I can sleep. I do have some stories I can read you, actually. I did have this, I did before. I had streams where I would read aloud, and I love doing that, but I've run out of material. So if you have anything that you own the rights to and would like me to read it out loud in English, I would love to. I love reading out loud, and I love using my healing voice. Sometimes on this channel we also do meditation and communal healing, and it is wonderful. So do send me if you have any material that you own the rights to and would love me to read aloud. Send it to me. You find the email address below, or beside, or to the side, or depending on what device you are watching from. Thank you so much, my friend. That warms my heart. Will you read if I post here? You will have to post very... you could send it to me. It's better if you send it in email, because it will be the length issue, or the length restriction will be an issue of the text in chat. Thank you for this eye-opener, Sarah. Always, my friend. It was a bit uncomfortable, but what I needed to hear. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you, Becca. Thank you for letting me give you that. It is with love. Okay. And I talk to you very soon. Of course, my friends. I'm ready to game on. But then I will continue with reading as well. But thank you, Paga. And thank you for, in it all, just being yourself. Because that's the only thing we ever can be. And that's a telepath saying. Oh, you feel healed? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad. No, what am I saying? I'm sad that you feel this way, actually. I'm ready to game it because I feel there's so much going on inside, but I'm so happy that we can provide some peace and tranquility for you. And because I feel you're not too open to get energy readings or direct healing, I'm very happy that this environment still can help you and that you can just relax. I love it. Okay. Let's see. If you did have something you wanted me to read, you can post it, but it can't be too long. And then after that, I will continue with Itchy. It's your turn. I will read it if it's not offensive. Alright. I do not know if that is offensive, however. I can say it's not offensive. Are you sure? I can see if I can translate it. See what comes up. What language is it, my friends? Usually it detects what language it is, but I can't find it now. Oh, South Indian people. Okay. I will trust my guides. South Indian. So Indian. Let's see. Hindi? Is that? No? So sorry, I'm not good at this at all. Let's see if we can find it. Okay. It's not Hindi, no. Well, I can try, but if it is offensive, I do apologize. And you know what? They're actually asking me not to read. Oh, Korean. It's Korean? Oh, what's that called in Swedish? Korean. It doesn't seem to be part of the Google Translate. Yeah, there it is. Okay. No, it didn't change much. How about, I'm ready to gamer, how about I talk in the language of healing for a little while instead? Would that be okay? I am very close to a language that I really do not know from this life, but I use it in healing. Sing a song? Yeah, okay. My throat might be very dry and I'm a little bit ill, but I'll do my best. What is the song people mean people in party? Is it Rickrolled? I can sing a little song, but my voice might not be so good. It was a long while since I last sang. Say naman someone the and then soy no sayando. It was very long since I last sang. I'm sorry. Since I last sang. Con se naman sabando yo no. I'm gonna lower the volume on the music a little bit, and I'm gonna follow along to my healing guides. It's not Swedish, no. Sen naman sayan na sinduri niya yung sando layan na sa one day layan na sayan ng so 기레이만 한 삶은 소리는 삶만일 때야난 사연도 one day 라라이 안단 사완다이 나난 사연단도 기란다라라 사연난 세연은 소고 아라라 사연난 사 Vundara kera se alando keran so manasendon danke yonoso. I have no idea what language it is, Pega. It's what I usually use for healing. I really don't know, and I don't know the lyrics, I don't know the song, it just comes to me. So if it is offensive in any language, I'm so sorry. I'm from Sweden, and thank you for following, my friend. Welcome to the community. Fondana sana tantedan sayalala no soro dayo no soro dayana sande undo andasidu. Renina de caresa wande sayalala no suwana sanati. Moina sayan sotu. Naya sawana sido. I'm too ill, I'm sorry. I didn't read the name, no. I wasn't sure, so I hope this was okay. I hope this was a good compromise. I'm sorry, I'm too ill. I'm confused now. You said you don't know language. No, I have no idea. It's a language that comes to me intuitively, and I have no idea. In the theatrical scene, as I am or I studied to become an actress before, we used to call it Yiddish, not Yiddish as the Jewish people, but Yiddish, where you would just, just say words that come to you that you don't know the meaning of. And I use this technique in healing, and it's a specific language that I always come back to, and a specific sound. And I also have different words that I do know the meaning of, but not know which language it is. So if anyone recognizes it, I say Ensaradena, if anyone knows what that means. For me, it means I love you. Ensaradena. And I have Iki or Iko. What was it? Yeah, Iko. You know the game Iko? For me, that means tell me, tell, say. But I have no idea in what language. I'm 26 years old. I will be 27 in November. And my telepathic twin, because I'm a telepath, is 10 years older. Insa, and if this is rude, I'm so sorry. For me, this means I love you. But I have no idea in what language. But I've used it for a long while. November 11th is my birthday. So it's 1111. Which is very interesting for the people in the spiritual community or for energy readers. Yeah. Oh, 29th of November, right. Beautiful day. 11 too, but with a 2 plus 9, yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting. I have a friend, you know, the one I talked to you about helping with her stomach. Sorry, it's my legs again. She works with Coloscope, where she works with also numbers and trying to understand your personality depending on the numbers in when you were born. And it's really interesting when you look at the system because we are very, very similar. Because of, in the system I mean both me and my telepathic twin and also Bempus. But because of the integrity I won't go too much into it, but it's quite interesting. She does numerology and astrology, yes. Ex-girlfriend, wow, hi. Oh, I feel honored now. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to this little corner. How are you? Oh, I am fine. I'm a little bit ill. They asked me to sing before, and I'm a little bit ill still, so I'm not sure how it sounded, but you're 11, you're 12. Oh, beautiful. 9/11, really? Oh, ex-girlfriend, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, this warms my heart. They told me before I started streaming today, they told me that someone, a big Twitch streamer that I know of and haven't seen for a long while, will join. And here you are. It's so beautiful. And I've been on Twitch forever. Good to see you streaming. Yeah. Your birthday is the 9th of 11. Yeah. I was, Bumpus proposed on that day. So we got engaged on the 9th of 11. On 9th of 11. 9th of November, yeah. Yeah, I've been away too. 22 days, they said. very specifically. I usually stream from the office, but because of everything going on and me being a telepath, I wanted to isolate myself. So we are now at a relative's house, and yeah, this is our little corner. Okay, should we move on with the next reading? It was itchy, right? Are you still here, my friends? Oh no, I never turned the music up. I'm so sorry. Is this alright? Is this a good volume? I can't hear what you're saying. I got my stepmom here. Oh, hi. Hi, stepmom. How you doing? Welcome to our little corner. Oh, you're pregnant! Congratulations! Oh, what was it I told you? What was it we said in your reading, ex-girlfriend? It had to do with new beginnings for your children. What was it? I found that really, really interesting. Oh, it's beautiful. Congratulations. Oh! Oh, that makes me so happy. How are you feeling? Is it going well? Oh, I got so curious now. Oh, how beautiful. I just felt the frequency opening up. I'm sorry, I just felt myself drawn into the connection between you and the child. It's just so beautiful to see that connection and see that literal bond, you know? It's so wonderful. Oh, I did answer. I'm ready to gamer. I'm 26 and I will be 27 in November. So maybe you didn't hear, but I'm 26. And my telepathic twin is 10 years older, so you can put me somewhere in between, maybe, depending on how you would like to look at it. But this body is 26 years old. We're excited, and this is something we wanted for a while. I feel like crap. Oh, I have thyroid disorder. I'm so sorry. I hope that we can provide with some peace and tranquility for you, my friend. But I love hearing this, and I'm so sorry I went into the frequency, but it's so beautiful to see, you know, literally exchanging everything with one another in this beautiful way, this beautiful relationship between a mom and a child is so, oh, it's so beautiful. How to meditate in this lockdown time, it can help me. Yeah, I usually work with a flame. Oh, you know what? Some streams I do have meditative streams. But if you would like, I do have. It's on the other computer, which doesn't want to play with me anymore. I will see if I can find it. I do have a little text, a little something that I wrote down about how I usually meditate and how I usually lead a guided meditation. I actually don't meditate myself in a traditional manner, but I use something that's called the flame. And I usually do this on stream as well, so maybe we can get to it sometime in the week. Almost 11 weeks. I got to 12 weeks with my pregnancy, and just the feeling, you know, I'm so happy for you, my friend. Oh, I'm so happy and so thrilled. And I'm sorry I went into the frequency, but it's so beautiful to really see it in that beautiful way of sharing everything. Ah, love it. Oh, you're off. Okay. Take care, my friends. And be gentle with yourself. When I try to meditate, I close my eyes. I feel like ghosts around me, so I open my eyes very quickly. Oh, for now, a great stream. Have you thought of any names to lunch? Hello. Have a nice lunch, Pega. I did reach out. I'm glad you came out. And I said I usually work with a flame, and I do have a document, but I'm not sure if I will find it. I could send it to you, but I'm also thinking we can have a meditative stream sometime next week, if you would like, and I can help you through it. We can also have one, just you and I, and find your way to meditate, but I usually do this also on stream and have these guided meditations. And I feel we're not going to do that today, but I would love to do so sometime next week if you would like to join. But I can see if I can find the document as well. It is, however, on the computer that doesn't want to play ball anymore. But I'll see if I can find it, or else you can join in as we do it sometime next week. I can let you know when I know, or we can do it one-on-one, you and me. Thanks for calling, Shad. I've been having a really hard night into a really hard morning. Sleeplessness and just not feeling well. I'm gonna have a nice time trying to emulate the calm stream. Hi, Jocelyn. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope we can provide some peace and tranquility. I'm sorry to hear that you had a rough night, and if there's anything I can do, let me know. And otherwise, I'm just happy you can be here and just, enjoy the energies of our little corner and to be not alone. You're so welcome to be here. I'm thrilled to see you. Really, the documents? Sorry, but I haven't heard about the documents. No, it's, I wrote my own. I have my own meditations that I have had on stream, and then I wrote them down in a way to try to give inspiration to others. And I usually talk about the flame. Many of you here recognize this by now. But it's a way of focus. A meditation, for me, is about finding that space within yourself when you feel calm and when you feel calm within yourself. And no matter what medium you use what resonates with that to you, what feels safe for you. It could be anything. And that object or that thing, that thought, that little thing that you can focus on, I call a flame. And then by putting that into your only focus, we go into the state of meditation and calmness. It's how I work. And I usually, I refer to it as the flame. And I wrote in some documents about it. Yeah. Yeah, I call it flame because it's a flame for me, but it could be anything for you. But I like the fire, yeah. It's true. I wish you would get well soon, yeah. Can you call me Janu? Oh, how do you want me to pronounce it? Janu? You'll come online very much. Janu? 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 How would you like me to pronounce it, my friend? Thank you, understand you're tired and stressed, heartache, you feel down. Not to dump it, but I just need to find somewhere to let it out. Normally I try to write or go lift, but it isn't helping lately. Would you like a... I'm just looking at you now, Jason. I feel you wouldn't be up to having an energy reading right here and now. But if you do, you can just type !joy and you will be put in queue. But I do feel it would be calmer for you to maybe do one-on-one if you would like. And if that's the case, just let me know and we'll find a time where we can sit down and talk, you and I, and see if we can provide some healing, see if we can just calm that little this, just calm it down, and every inch of the body that's tense, just calm it down and find a way for you where you find confidence, and confidence of being not confident. You pronounce it correctly at first attempt. Okay, Jane. Those cups. Which cups, please? If I was rich, I would pay you for this stream for everyone's sight. Oh, that's so cute. I'm sorry it's saying cute. I don't know why I said that, Jenny. I'm sorry. But it's very nice of you. These streams are always free, and when you ask for sessions with me, I always make sure that we make it in a way that works for you. And you pay as little as much as you feel you can. And if that is nothing, then I'm just thankful for the experience. I want to work with people. I want to work with you for your well-being. Nothing else. Of course, I still need food on the table, but I believe that all of that will come. And I do have bumpers to provide for us, and we do have a stable life. So not to worry about me. I just want to be here for you, for your well-being. And if you would like to provide some, do so when you feel you can. But I'm just so happy you being here and being here for yourself. I know it sounds cheesy, but it is my truth. Maybe another time could be nice, waiting and half insecure to come through, so I can try to see a mental health professional. Yeah, thank you for the offer. Of course, my friend. I am an intuitive counselor, so I do work with therapy, but I work with intuitive therapy, so it's another form of therapy. But I am definitely here if you would ever want to talk or to see what we can do for you, always. But if that is to find someone else, I hope that you find some place where you can feel safe and secure for your well-being. And you're always welcome to just be here and just sit and enjoy. I did feel for you, you just wanted to be a little bit in the background and just enjoy. And so you're very welcome to do so. Hearty with me. I need to find health professionals. You're staying home. Here's some flow music, which I will share if you want to. You turned it too fast, yeah. Okay, I'm so sorry, Ichi. Should we get on with your reading? Are you still here, my friend? I'm so sorry. You know me. I get all distracted and talk about everyone and everything. It's how I am. Got some calming piano stuff going, as well as the stream. Oh, that's beautiful. Can I share some of the music to calm mind? But thank you. You're good. You'd like you, I can say it today. Aww. Okay, so Itchy, let's see if this works. It did! Okay. I'm gonna use the smoke again. It's just my thing, you know? I love fire. That's just who I am. And when I started out, like I said, I always wanted to not work with fire because I had this thought that, oh, if I should do this professionally, I can't do it in a way that would be me, right? That's what I hope to help others realize, that we should start from our hearts. Never to give an instructional manual, just a little smile and a bubble of joy. Oh, you can't post links here, my friends, but you can join our Discord and post it there if you feel like it. I will try not to burn the tablecloth this time. Look how it reflects in the glasses. So itchy colds. Oh, itchy. Okay. 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 Itchy. You know it's okay to be angry, right? It's the first thing they're talking about. When you went out to seas, you did so because of very personal reasons. And you've always been very calm. You always try to keep the calmness. You always try to keep calm in every situation. And now you bottled so much up inside. No, the camera doesn't want to work with it. Okay, I'm sorry. You'll have to sympathize with me. You bottled so much up inside, and now it's starting to, it's starting to have your muscles tense up a bit. It's interesting, I did a reading yesterday where you had this feeling of, this confusion between, I did a reading for Muffin, the confusion between being calm and being, they're talking about being attentive. It's like you can't be calm if you're not, or you can't be attentive if you're not calm, but you have to be calm in order to be attentive. And it's like you're a little bit, it feels like you feel you're slipping a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. These, Angradita Kima, is it these you mean? This is just a ordinary flower pot, and these are some marbles, and then there's a lapis lazuli, an amethyst, and a tiger eye. And then there's just some dried leaves. So it feels like you have to be, because it feels like anger. People have been, I know you spoke to us before about people mistreating you a bit, and you always having to be the adult, Itchy. Always being the adult and trying not to be mad and trying to see it from different perspectives. And you bottle up so much inside and fighting with yourself each and every day. Not each and every day, but this everlasting long struggle, slowly but slowly being more and more prompt in your muscles and in your attention. And so the first thing that came up is truly, it's okay to be angry, it's okay to be all of these things, but it's like you're so happy for you having your life. It's like you're so seeing what had happened to people, and they're talking about your father also a lot. I know I said this before as well. There's so much about your father in this, having to do so much with you leaving for abroad and doing all these things in order to feel you can find your way. It's always been that, but it's always been you finding your way in taking responsibility for others. And that is simply how you are, that's how you function. But now it's like all these things that you bottled up deep inside, it's like it's coming up again, or it starts to come up. Why I'm saying again, it's because of, it's like, to be honest now, tough love, my friend. But people are in need right now, and you feel stuck not being able to help out in the way that you do, that you want to. You are, every time there's a red alert, you want to be there on the sprint so that you don't have to deal with what is inside of you, or actually so you can deal with what is inside of you, because this is your way of coping. when dealing with with problems, with real danger, that is a way for you to cope with what is happening inside. It's a way of you to realize and to see and to meet yourself. It's almost like not it's in a way of how meditation works, but it's a way of you to cope with what is going on inside, has been to help others to be there when it's red alert, to be there when there's danger. And now when the society is as it is, I mean, you're there in the way that you are, but you feel it's not enough, and this is building up that tension, and having those feelings that you bottle up for so long come up to play is what they're saying. Actually, they're using that word. I'm not sure why that phrase is, but you want it to come through as is. And so this frustration many of us feel, and it's like, I want to do more, and not because the thing is, you know that you're not selfless, and you know that you're not selfish, and you're not selfless. You know that you are just who you are, and by helping others you help yourself, or by being in the middle of everything, that is a way for you to collect your own thoughts, going the back side around, so to speak. And this is so important for you. And now it feels like you're stuck in having to now actually meet what is bubbling inside of you head first, and that is scary. So you want to go back into what you're used to, and that is being in the middle of the minefield, so to speak. And now what is coming up in all of this, it's this frustration of you actually caring for yourself, or in this manner actually, being frustrated because of how you are treated, or because of how you treat yourself, rather than what is happening in the world. And once again, so many can resonate with this, because it was like what I said to Muffin yesterday, and this, I think I said also to someone else, but I can see this happening to so many people, that we feel, are we acting the right way in starting to think about ourselves in times like this? And as you know, I talk a lot about the energy that we send out, and if we take care of ourselves, we send out a positive energy to reflect upon others, and to find then how to cope, and to become part of that coping mechanism. The thing for you is that to take care of yourself, for you in your mind, is to be right there in the midst of everything, because that is how you coped before. There is a great grief underneath that has to do with your father. And when you first set out to join the military or the militia, and you set out, and it was in a way for you to try to get away from it so you could come back with a new perspective. The thing is, you never did come back in that sense in yourself. You found your way of having that, to keep that lingering on, like Paga in this, lingering on to, and so many else can recognize or resonate with it, but lingering on to that mechanism, because that in itself gave adrenaline for you and reason to keep on going without having to deal with what is back home, what was back home. So when you do return home into this environment, and they're even talking about you leaving things unsaid, you leaving things undone, and when you left home, when you left off, they're talking about, and let me know if this goes too deep, my friend, this is with love, okay? But they are talking about how when you left, your intention was to come back again and to see everything cleared eye, to have gotten experience and perspective so you could handle it in an adult way, in an adult manner that would be good for everyone. They're talking about how this was, for me it's coming through, this being the the intention with leaving. You never did do that. You never did come home in yourself, because instead you stayed out. Because you want no worries. Yeah, I do this with love. You stayed out in being in the midst of everything, in the coping mechanism you found, because that made you feel home. And meaning that you didn't have to handle, meaning that you could cope with and put a lid on what happened, or the emotion. Not what happened per se, but the emotion that was brought up, and the grief. And now that is coming back to you as a frustration in now feeling a little bit sorry for yourself because of what you missed, and feeling you now want to go back out there and you can't. So now you're stuck in dealing with, and I don't feel you're isolated per se. They're saying that you really feel the separation and you feel like you're isolated, but they're also saying that you're still doing your work in your way. But it feels like this frustration that comes up means that you can't be out there in the middle of everything, you can't be in the midst of everything, and now you have to deal with what you intentionally told yourself you were gonna handle. And then you have to deal with disappointment of you not being able to handle it, what you've promised yourself to do. And in your mind, you also promised others, because the intention was to be able to come from a new perspective in order to be there also for others. But then the routine got into, coping another way, finding another way around. And that was sufficient. But now when you come to this point, everything is bubbling up and you're starting to have to face that thing that you left so long ago once again. Not that too long ago, but long ago. Is this anything that you resonate with? Because I truly feel it is, and it has so much to do with your father. You wanted to be proud of yourself so that people could be proud of you, and people always been proud, but very similar to with Paga, it's almost like, this feeling of, in your case, Paga, this feeling of having people appreciate you for what you do. For you, Ichi, it feels like you have this feeling of people appreciating or accepting and respecting you for what you do, but it's almost like it's turning into for also who you are. It's like what you do means who you are, and you want to be respected, or actually you just want to be enough, and you always took that to your own shoulders and to carry that. And now, having been the adult for so many years and having that be sufficient and feeling proud of yourself in it, now comes the quiet time where the little child in you comes back and asks, what did you bring to me? What did you bring home for me? And that is where we're at. So what you need is to really meet that child. I was looking, the reason why I went quiet there for a little while, I talk so much, but the reason I went quiet a little while was that I asked, what are we going to do now? Because if we meet the child, you still need to handle everything, you still need to feel like you got things under control. And so I asked them, could we postpone it? Could we do this at another time? And they just said, that's what you always been doing. So if we take this at another time again, it's going to happen every time. That there will always be a reason for you not to handle this. And so the tension will build up and the stress level will build up with it. And then you will see that you can't act the way that you want to, and then you resonate with this, and that builds up the stress even more, and so it goes around in a circle. And so therefore, what we need now is to truly, there is no better time than now. And what you need in order to let that tension go is to do what you fear the most, and that is to meet the little child in you who misses his papa. And not trying to resolve anything, not trying to go into that mind of fixing things. It is tough love, yeah, Pega. You know, Bempe's father, when I explained what I do and I said I can be a little tough, he said, well, you're a redhead, so... It was a joke, but it's true. I say what needed to be said and I do it with love. I hope that you can see this. I'm not out to say you're doing it wrong. No one is doing anything wrong. We are coping as well as we can possibly do. And we are handling things the way that we can in the moment. What we do is all for a reason. What we take and what we do also for you, this is for everyone. What we do for our very own well-being in the moment. So no, you've not done anything wrong. You could not have done anything differently, but we can start now to see from a new perspective and continue on the journey with new additions, not additions, but additives, you know, added on to it. And they're not new either, but we can acknowledge them, and as we do, they will feel new to us. Gothic skin, you can take it, yeah. Well, that's what I feel. That's also why I do this. That's also why I say it, because I know that deep inside, you know this is what has to be done. And I can say I see it too. So I want you to find a safe space within yourself where you can meet this little boy who just waits for his papa, and not trying to fix it, not trying to have it giving a solution, because the solution is to talk about it, to let it out, and to just meet it, and to let it be said within yourself, everything that you have bottled up for so long. You can be the adult in every time, but there's always the child inside of you. And when you can respect that child, and you always respect it, that's not what I'm saying, but when you can see this, because you know this is true, you know this is what is triggering for you, and all the other things that is happening, with people being rude, people mistreating you and using you, and your loyalty, and all of these things, all the things that is happening, everything that is happening, you see through the lens of missing your father, is what I feel, and I can resonate with it. So it could be that I'm reading my own frequency into this, but I really feel this to be true. And so we have to acknowledge that lens being there, and to accept it for what it is, because we're still here, we're here right now. And to understand and acknowledge that every experience that we had and everything that we've done, I'm not saying it's because of, you know, I'm not saying you've done everything because of your father, but I am saying that you started out because of it. And everything that happened is still as valid as would ever be. But you know this to be true. So this is an affirmation and a confirmation that this is what we have to do. And you do not talk about this with anyone, but even less than you talk to anyone about it, you talk to yourself about it. And so this is what we have to do now. And I think it's beautiful that this is coming up, because you know this to be true. And I'm trying to see if there's any other way around it, but the truth and honest and beautiful, transparent love is that no, this is what has to be done. It was the motivation, yeah. And the intention was to come back with a brighter mind, to be able to handle everything and take care of others, to be able to be a support also for others. And now we have to deal with the disappointment of failing our own, not mission, but a little bit like that, of having taking on so many missions, but the disappointment of not following through our own promise to ourselves. But that's fine, because you never did disappoint yourself, you never did not follow through, because everything to be better and show I didn't need him, yeah. But you miss him. You always have. So if you want to show you being better, and taking more responsibility, or be able to take more responsibility than what he gave, this is what you can do, is to meet that emotion that could never be spoken to up front, that never had the ability to, that never gotten the space to. If I could open up a bit, yeah. Then you do show him, and in that, I mean, showing him means that you show yourself, because he is represented in a way that you have put him in, the position that your feelings and emotions and expressions and experiences have put in him for yourself. And what we see in others is what resonates within ourselves. So you are, in missing your father, you're missing yourself, but also your father. And it is important, I feel, or the most beautiful thing you can do if you want to follow what I feel, and then no one can tell you a better truth than you, of course. But I truly want to give you that little bubble of joy in that this is doable. Your father left your mother when I was very small, maybe 1 year old, yeah. And it's that responsibility, that lack of responsibility, that I feel you're scared of in yourself. And so that is also what you see within yourself, because it resonates. Because that is what you see in him, that is what mirrors back on you. And that is why you always try to take the responsibility for everyone. And it's a beautiful thing, don't get me wrong. It's your person, it's your way, it's who you are. And you're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful individual that so many have been looking up to. But we look up to you, we love you for who you are, not because of what you are, what title you possess, or what knowledge you have. We also love the little boy inside, who's only looking for love, to fill that gap, to fill that hole. And the beautiful thing is that hole has already been filled if we choose a perspective to see it. That love is what you're giving yourself right now, in the frustration of wanting to find a change. The person that stepped in was my stepdad when I was 6. He knows my mom's address, her phone number, just never tried to talk. Yeah. You are showing yourself the love that you're looking for right now, in wanting change. And you are letting us give you that love, shine it back on you. so that it can reflect all around. Oh, there's a doggo here now. You want to come say hi? I'm talking to someone who would really appreciate you. Look, Itchy. Look. Yeah. Yeah. You want to send some love to Itchy? You want to send some love to Itchy? Come, Ossie. Hi. Titta. Hi. Hi, pojken. Ossie. Oh. Hi, darling. Yeah. He needed that. Tack, Ossie. Ja, han behövde det. Ja, det gjorde han. Ja. Ja. That's Swedish for you guys. Okay. Ska du gå till huset? Gå till huset. Vad är det? Ska du gå till huset? Bye bye. It's coming around from the other side now. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful, right? The only time I talked to him was when I was enlisted in the military. Yeah, because you started to heal. It was your process of healing, but you never did it proper for yourself, I feel, and that is a disappointment that we have to face, Iggy. But yeah, it's a Goldie. Ossie, he's called. It's true. You got some Swedish there as well. Your mum also has a golden retriever, yeah. You sent him one email to send your enlistment paperwork, yeah. I'm trying to see how we can help you in the best way. Because I feel you being so used with working in a group, working with groups, you did never remember back, no. So of course you're looking for the affirmation that you're enough. Of course you're looking for the affirmation that you are doing right by yourself. Because that is what we seek from our parents. At least that is what I seek from mine. And never gotten. So I understand you, my friend. So I'm thinking, because you're so used to working in groups, I am right now in this community, we are collecting a group of people who wants to work with finding their way of working with energy, or rather acknowledging, he's back guys, acknowledging his way, their way of working with energy. And it's fine, we can join, right guys? Yeah. It's fine. You okay? Oh, boy. So I'm thinking, bye-bye. I'm thinking, and I'm talking to you also in chat. I don't know how many of you are here now, but you know who you are, who wants to start to explore energy work. And I am thinking, for some reason, my guides are telling me that it will be powerful for you, Ichi, and you will feel safe in talking to a group of people very openly, like you're doing now, but in a safe setting where it is your time to really open up about everything. And I have this feeling, and I'm not sure how it will work, but I have this feeling of taking this collective, this group, of individuals and sit down with you, all of us, and listening to you, hearing you out. And I would love to do so with video chat. And all of us hearing your story and having that little boy being able to share with friends what he's been through. You went through phases as a child, wanted to find him, wanted to strangle him, just talk to him and ask why. Yeah. And I have a feeling that working in this group or talking with this group of individuals who wants to explore their way of working with energy, even though you have not the interest of doing so yourself, I have the feeling that that could provide you a lot of different perspectives that I feel you might be looking for. So I wonder if you would be interested in this. And of course I have to ask also you in the community if this would be anything that you would be prepared for and that would feel okay. But for you, Itchy, I really feel like I would like to sit you down with a group of people and have you share everything that you've been through, because it feels like you feel most safe when you're among a group of friends. It's the feeling that is coming through. What do you think? Gonna see who of you are here. I know Boet, you're here. Yeah, Boet, right now, would you be up for this? After going to walk my dog outside, I will prepare myself for a vacation in an hour. See you. Yeah, take care, Pegga. I'll see you in an hour, my friend. Your camera is crap. Oh, that's fine. But I want to, in some way or form, I really want you to have a way to talk to a group. Because for you, I feel that would feel most safe. If you would rather be here and talk now, and these little bits of these little small time slots here and there, or if you would just like to talk to me, that's fine as well. But I feel for you, they are talking about how that boy in you would feel safe in a group. They're talking about it. I'm always willing to help someone else. So many people have been there for me over the years. I found that when I help others, I end up healing parts of myself. Indeed. And that is exactly what I feel is the same in Itchy's case, which I feel you, Itchy, would benefit from, because you have this feeling of the more people you reach out to, but you also have the limits, because you feel within yourself that if it is a certain amount of people, you will not be able to reach them all. But if it is a smaller group, it's almost like the more people in there until it reaches the limits of yours, you feel safe and you feel that you can control the situation because you see the different perspectives and you feel the affirmation. I don't have a webcam on my PC, but I can pop in Discord chat easily enough. Yeah. Somehow I would like to have this happen, but that is just if you feel it resonating within you, Itchy. Sorry, I have to stretch my legs somewhat. That is just if it resonates with you, if you feel that it would be. What do you think? Because you can say no, that is completely fine. So if you want to do this, your Discord app recently started crashing a bunch. Okay, so it sounds to me like you don't want to do this, and that's fine. But you're down entirely, okay. We will see. Zoom is a really good program to use. But okay, how would you feel if I'm trying to see if we would like to have a chat with me first, but they are really talking about bringing in the group from the very start. How do you think? What do you think? You had a phone update and you need to reinstall Discord to fix all of wonkiness. Oh yeah, you can try that. Itchy. If your Discord won't screw up, yeah. There are different programs, different apps to use, but the idea, will it feel right to you? Uninstall and reinstall, yeah, try it. See if it works. Otherwise, there are many other alternatives. But do you feel you would like to come in and talk a little here and there on stream? Or do you feel you would like to sit down one-on-one with me? Or do you feel you would want to jump in and talk to a group? Or in which order and how would you like to do it? Because I feel this is the way forward for you, because I feel you being afraid of being alone in facing this and still wanting to face it within yourself, and your way of doing so and feeling comfortable would be the setting of a group. For all of them, okay. Well, if you feel comfortable with me, leave it up to me then, and I will sit down and I will talk to my guides and I will see how we work this out. And I will also talk to the people in the group, of course. Got no issue talking about your life, no. I think it's easier for you to talk about it than to reflect upon it, if that makes any sense. You want to reflect upon it, you want to meet it, but talking about it is the easiest way for you to do so. That's how I feel. So leave it to me then, and I will try to contact you on Discord, and if that doesn't work, please do send me an email if your Discord doesn't work, but you can leave it if you feel comfortable. Leave it to me and I will see that we'll find a way of doing this that feels comfortable and safe for everyone involved. And it could be that we start off with just you and I. It could be, we'll see, okay? I will take some time and I will talk to my guides and I will see how we do this, okay? So please do send me an email so I have your email address and we can talk via there, if not Discord, if Discord doesn't work, okay? Yeah, let's do it like that. Does that feel okay for now? And I will take my time and see what I can come up with. I'm gonna put it down in my to-do so I don't forget. I don't think I ever would, but it's important for me to write it down. Sweden, hi. I'm sorry you feel this way. What made you feel that way? If you're still here, of course. I'd love to hear. What's going on, my friend? Because I'm gonna continue streaming. Are you still here, Sweden? I would love to hear what you're annoyed about, because that is really interesting. I don't think they're still here. Oh, that's a shame. I love talking to people. No, you are there. Okay, how would you like me to talk to you? Oh, I see. Usually what we see in other people are what resonates within ourselves. So I'm just very thrilled and happy that you're here. And I hope that we can provide you something. Oh, sorry, Itchy. Does it feel okay for now, my friend, Itchy? I just really want to go and talk to Sweden. But does this feel okay, Itchy? Beautiful. So Sweden, I do want to talk to you actually, because you can say as much as you want in chat. If you are rude to other people in chat, you will however get blocked. That is, you can be however rude you want to me, but you can't be rude to other people in chat. That will have you be blocked. I am happy that you are here. We are open to talk to anyone, and I would love to talk to the person behind those words. So I genuinely want to know what it is that is hurtful to you, or what makes you say these things, and I can also provide you with a reading if you would want to. Why do you want to fight though? Why are you making these things up? Why do you feel you have to troll? Would you like me to do a transference for you, Sweden? You're bored, yeah. Well, we're here for everyone, and we're all human. Ichi is not gonna fight you. Anyone here is gonna fight you. No one here is gonna fight you. I'm relaxed because I do what I love. I'm relaxed because I find enjoyment in what I do, and I find enjoyment in being there to help others find their enjoyment in what they do, and find a reason why we're acting a certain way, and give that affirmation and confirmation that we are looking for in any way and form we are looking for it, and to see what is behind, and to meet you as a human being, to have you feel safe within yourself so you can feel safe with others. That makes my heart jump with joy, and that is why I'm calm, because I love what I do. It's as easy as that. So I would love to do a transference for you if you'd like. And if you're not up to it, you're so welcome to stay here or just talk. You seem to not want to be alone, so we're here. But I also feel you might feel a bit everything coming at you and you'd rather just stay in the background, but that is conflicting with how you're behaving. And so if you need to take up the space, I will give you that space. So if you don't want that space, obviously you do. I feel the same about it. So Sweden, if you are... I love your name, by the way. It makes me almost say Sweden each time. I'm so sorry. If you want to be here and just be here, be. And if you want the attention, and if you want someone to see you, then I am here for you. You can put !joy in chat if you want to be placed in queue. And right now I think there are only people pending in queue from earlier streams, so I think it would be... Oh, I think it would be up. There it is. If there's anything that gets me furious, is people trying to spoil a good stream. You have no life and ruin people's moods. It's disgusting. Everyone has their own life, though. Itchy. And we all do things in the need of attention. We all do things to feel like we are enough. And sometimes that has come to a point where we feel we have to troll just to get some of that anxiety out, some of that tension within our body. And I do not agree on hurting other people in chat, but you can call me and tell me and say anything to me. You can call me anything, you can say anything, but if you're being rude to other people in chat, unfortunately, we'll have to block you. But I don't want that to happen, because I want to be able to talk to anyone, because there's always someone behind those words, and that someone deserves as much love as anyone else. This really used to affect me too, but don't let some random words get you down. There's a process to handle hurtful statements. Yeah. It's your protective manner. I understand that. It's also itchy. This also creates an itch in you because of you dealing with your aggressiveness, or you, not aggressiveness, but your frustration in a way, in a delicate manner. And so it makes you upset when you see someone use a different type of approach, and that makes you sad because of you being so scared to let people down. You get very frustrated and upset when you see other people do so as you see on purpose, because you are so afraid of doing the same thing as they are. That's how I would look at it. The process always worked. It seems like you had a good reading this day. Always that, and just because someone else showed up and was hissing. Yeah. And also everything happens for a reason. Like I said, this brought up you acknowledging the tension inside of you. That's what I think, anyway. Okay. So, we have no one in queue at the moment. I'm thinking what we should do. I really would love to read something. I would love to read. Maybe I should pick up my old works. I've read them already because I've not had time to write new ones, even though I've been ill for so long. It takes energy for me to write things because it means so much to me, and there's a little bit of an itch within me as well. Oops, sorry. There's that go, go, go mentality, yeah. I used to get so mad at the random hateful statements thrown into this chat. After a while I realized they didn't affect our lovely stream, and so I gave myself room to just let it go. When I say I want to keep open arms and invite everyone, I mean that. It's like what I spoke about yesterday, when we work with spirits and we feel we are dealing with demons and we get scared, and so we shut them out. And like I said, I've never met a demon that didn't turn out to be human or to have a human ego behind it. probably other animals as well, of course, but I never met a demon. I never met someone calling themselves being a devil actually being a devil. When I work with them, it always turns out to be a sadness, a grief, a frustration, and anger behind it, misunderstanding. We're talking about misfortune, but feeling misfortunate for themselves. And this is what happens. And so when we meet someone trolling, when we meet someone being hurtful and portraying themselves in that manner, sometimes they don't even know that they're hurtful, but in this case, they do know. Because they want to portray themselves as being something that they're not, because they can't handle for themselves who they are. And that is sadness, grief, and feeling themselves being misfortunate, and anger. And we're all individuals, and we all have our reasons for wanting to portray ourselves as something that we're not. But everyone is equal, and everyone is welcome in my book. Because I can see the person behind it. And I love you for who you are, not who you're trying to be. That's just me. If someone needs to show up and spit hate and just to find a community that doesn't spit back, then they can be here and hopefully grow. Yeah. And to find that space within themselves where they can respect themselves. Hugs! No, but I truly mean it. It's the same thing with, you know, like I said with demons, I can't know that there's no demons out there. There are, I don't believe in good or evil, but there are evil actions. And no matter if what dimension you're in, no matter if you're alive or not, I mean, there's still evil actions and we still have to be careful and cautious. But I don't believe in evil beings. I don't believe in evil energy. But like I said, I don't know. I just never experienced it. I experienced evil actions. I experienced harmful, evil actions. And I believe in that. But I believe it comes as a result of a reason of its own. And that reason deserves the attention so that the being can start to slowly open up, acknowledge what has gone on, and as much as they can for themselves, feel safe, or as safe as they can, within the energy that they're in. I wonder if you can cook meth in a microwave. I have no idea. I never used any drugs, and I never come into contact with any drugs. My twin has tried some, I think, but I have never done. So I have no idea. It's interesting, we had this discussion today actually. And hi, also I ate myth for breakfast. Welcome to the Little Corner. And Ungrady Takema, welcome to the community. I hope you enjoy your stay. I enjoy having you here. So it was quite interesting because I did have this discussion just before stream. It was such a weird morning, this one, because we turn into summertime, so we get 1 hour less sleep, and all the clocks in the house that were not digital are 1 hour behind. And when we realized the time this morning, it was like But me and Bemba's father sat having breakfast and started to talk about psychedelic drugs and how they work for helping people. And it's quite interesting because from where I come from, I believe that the focus point is the very same in energy work, no matter of the material. So I see we need no drugs in order to achieve energy work. But I can see that people are using it for their way of focusing and for the way of finding that space within themselves. I believe that we do not need it, but I can see how it would work. And so it's quite interesting, and it's quite a controversial topic as well. But if we talk about these doors, inside of us, I wonder maybe a supplement will help open the door, but still we can open it without it. I truly just feel it has to do with focus point and what we're focusing on and what makes us feel most content within ourselves in every given situation. I think truly that is what it is. I will have some more pictures to post to the creative corner. I've been working on props and commission projects. But I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. It makes I'm so thrilled for you. I'm so happy. I want to start the creativity up again with me. I want to go back into my creative side. I got my glass beads here, I got my clay, I got my paper, my pens and my markers. But I just enjoy sitting here as well and talking to you and work with this beautiful energy. Trash magic has become my focus. Oh? Using what I already have in the house and transforming it into something new. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Oh, it's a hobby of mine. The problem is when you start saving so much things because you're thinking about, I know for you that you're using what you have now, but I know when you start to stop throwing things away and then things happen and you get into this spiral of not finding peace within yourself to do the creative work, and that stress being added by the stuff around you that you saved in order to do energy work or to do the work, the creative work. So to find some great storage, I think, is really the important part of it, or would be for me, because I react to every stimuli around me. But I love that. Oh, it's the best, I know. But I start on so many projects and then I never quite finish them. So maybe that's my problem. Yeah. I have a certain space I'm allowed to fill up with materials. Yeah, otherwise it would just be hoarding. Yeah. That's great. Oh, that little room of yours. Not too little. Hey, you have been working with sitting on pillows, by the way, with your boyfriend. They're talking about how you have been working, or at least planning on doing so. Some work has been made, but not all the way. They're saying, with having a way to sit down and just look at one another. Like I'm sitting on the floor now, on a little, it's a little mattress. A very thin mattress that I have layered into itself, so to speak. I folded it up and I'm sitting on it. Yeah. Hi Ichi, welcome back. How are you feeling after everything that happened today, Ichi? Are you okay? So I'm gonna check. I wanted to read actually for you. Oh, I can't find my archive right now. You're better, yeah. I'm happy, my friend. We have phone less time when we hang out with each other. Usually we end up playing video games, but we also have in-depth conversations about mechanics, plots, etc. It's been fun and helpful, yeah. I'm so happy. They're still talking about how you could have done, how you have plans on doing even more things, or have the want of doing more things, the urge of doing more things. But they really wanted me to see that you've done the work, and you're slowly coming back to what you recognize within yourself. And I find that to be beautiful. Sorry. I find it to be beautiful. That was not drugs, by the way. Since we talked about it before. Bad humor. I'm sorry. Yeah. If any one of you... Oh, we talk about spending time just reading and being quiet. A few hours each week with no electronics or music playing. Yeah. I think that would be beautiful. I would also like to challenge you to sit facing one another and just sit in silence and look at one another on the floor, on a pillow, and sit face to face and just look at one another. And to laugh is perfectly fine, but to really just look at one another. I think that is a challenge that I think I talked to you about before, but I think it would be beautiful about it. Yeah. So we got about 8 minutes left of the stream, guys. You got anything particular you want to talk about? And I'm gonna see if I can actually find my archive. Oh, my little nose. I'm a little bit. I have catched a little bit of a cold. No. Maybe if I go via Facebook, I can find my own blog. I lost my blog. Yeah, guys. At least I got the keyboard on the right side of the monitor now. That one thing, right? Let's see if I can find my own blog. Yeah, found it. Okay. I thought I could be reading some for you, but I've already read these. I put up that I think we're both anxious and twitchy, but it's on back burner for us both. It's bound to happen, yeah. My email is, you can find it down below, but it's vhe@vheintuition.com. So v@vheintuition.com. One word, vheintuition. So vhe@vheintuition.com. My happy song. Oh, you wanna hear it? I found this one and I absolutely love it. You ready? I'm gonna boost the volume up somewhat and listen to this. I know you might recognize it, but I love it.
I wonder how this night will be. The apple does not fall far from the tree. She said I almost died a week ago. I lost my will, I thought I'd let you know. The countryside, the water so I way up here, I just let it know.
Ready for the break?
Wait along the corridor. Some would say they've seen me here before.
Ready?
Do we need to go this far?
I love it. We're actually using it as a theme song for our new YouTube series. We love it so much. And it says what we're trying to say, you know, do we need to go this far? We do know who we are. Let's find out. I love it. So a little bit contradicted, you know, about what I do, and maybe not needing all of this because we're just reflections of one another, you know. But it's beautiful to be able to share, I think. You never heard it, but you're glad you liked. Yeah, the fun tag. Thank you for being here, by the way, my friends. It is a copyright-free music by The Towers, and it's called, I think, Let's Find Out. Hang on, I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's called Let's Find Out, and it's by, no, 10 Towers, I think it's called, sorry. And it's copyright-free. So we use it as a theme song for our new series that is coming up. Yeah. Okay, we got a few minutes left. So I'm gonna read you something, I think. I already read it before. Most of these are very sad, but I'm gonna see if I can find something that is oh, everything is so sad. I want to find something, some happy notes to end on. Okay, and this is also quite a sad one, but it really ties in with what we just spoke about. It's a lyric, it's not very good, but I like what it says. You need to subscribe. Well, you're welcome, you know. We have YouTube, yeah, we do. You find all the links down below. Right now, there's just past streams there and some meditations and some healing, but we are looking to also have a series that we do, compilations from stream especially, with different topics, so that is easily accessible also for people not wanting to, you know, to go through the whole 3-hour stream to find a topic that they're interested in. And we're looking also to make different videos for meditations and for group healing and such, just so that it's more easily accessible. Yeah. Okay, so it's not my best work, but I like what it stands for. It's written in 2013, and it is a lyric to a song. So it's called Your Arms. Unwrap your arms around me, gotta let me go. Open your heart, honey, let it all show. For a minute, let tears fall, drops of grief and of joy. Come, fold your arms around you. Hear your heartbeat whisper your name. See the face before you, cry till the reflection stands the same. Mama say you better be close, but don't come to me, the fire burn hands and toes. Cold is skin depriving fear, come wrap your arms around you, my dear. Hush, listen to your heart beating, carry your name through the vein, feel your soft breathing. Let it ease your pain. Unwrap your arms around me. Be on your way to yourself, honey, so you'll stay. For a minute see the smile, feel for then And for now, come, fold your arms around you, take your hands, embrace the truth, see what is before you, cry, you're here with your youth. Unwrap your arms around me, be on yourself to yourself, honey, so that you'll stay. I like it. Okay, so it's time to end here. It was beautiful. Thank you for this beautiful stream. The Pontag, if you're still here, an energy reading is it's a little bit complicated, but I believe that we all stem from the same energy source, and so I all believe that we are connected. And in this, I believe that we are, that everything that we experience and everything that is ours is collected in a communal library. And I use that library and my guides as librarians to bring information to me about you, so that we can see your perspective or your situation from a different perspective for your well-being. And so I get information from my guides to what is important for you right here and now, and I provide that. I work with angels, I work with past people who pass as a medium, I work as a healer, I am a telepath, so I work with telepathy, and I do whatever that is needed right now, according to what is said in the libraries, according to what I read and interpret inside of me, to bring perspective to you, so that you can find a way to acknowledge that beauty which is inside of you. Roughly, that is what I do. And that is an energy reading. Oh, good morning, Tara. We're just about to close here. But it's beautiful seeing you, my friend, and I will talk to you very soon, Tara. I'm gonna find some time. I do not know when I will be streaming next, but I will keep you posted here and on Discord, especially on Discord. So if you're new here, come join us on Discord if you feel like it, and you will be posted, or I will keep you posted as to when we stream next. I will have to look at my schedule, but we will be streaming during the week, and we will be streaming meditation, guided meditation, as promised. So let's see what happens. What I just slept it. Well, 10 minutes, yeah. Okay. Best of all, Tara. And also, just thank you for being here. Thank you for this beautiful stream. And I hope that we can provide you some peace and tranquility. Luna, morning. We are just ending here. You, Tara and Luna and Boet, I had, with Itchy, I had a feeling that I would like to bring all of us together who wants to work and explore our energy work, to sit down in a group, somehow have this happen, where Itchy can come in and just talk about everything that is experienced, and that we can sit there as a group of energy workers listening to him and let him find peace and quiet in the boy within. You can think of if this is something that you would be open to do. Everyone is showing up now because of the time, and I'm aware of it. Okay, so we can think about it. Luna, I will not be able to talk to you tomorrow, but I will message you as soon as possible, and we'll find a time slot, okay? I love you so much, and thank you so much for being everything that you are, and I'm sorry that there's a lot going on right now. But I am doing my very best. And so I'll keep you posted on Discord when we go live next. And here's the VOD, if you feel like watching what has happened this morning. Okay, take care now. I'm gonna see if there's anyone we can rate today. I'm gonna check if there's anyone live. There's no one that I know right now who's streaming. Okay. But I see you very soon. Take care, all of you. And thank you for being you. All the love. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Bye for now, guys. Bye.